Wow, Schitt's Creek, what a show. All right, on to the next. Loading. Everything? Vegan content? Ew. What's up everybody, welcome back to Vegan Yak. I'm Walter, and today I'm gonna tell you the top vegan documentaries that are must watches and why they're must watches. So if you're looking to learn more about veganism for educational purposes, or if you're trying to make some lifestyle changes, maybe you're already vegan and you're just trying to get some more information, or maybe you're just in a show hole, I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna go over the top vegan documentaries that you must watch if you're looking to learn about veganism. But before we get started, go ahead and tell me in the comments down below if you've seen any vegan documentaries and which one's your favorite one that you've seen, so that way if I haven't seen it, I can check it out later. I'm gonna break this up into different categories of animal rights, health, and environment, so let's get started with the first category. The number one movie that I think anybody should watch if they're interested in learning about veganism is Earthlings. I say this because Earthlings is extremely powerful and eye-opening, and full warning ahead of time, it shows you exactly what happens in the industries that exploit animals. So it covers food, of course, but clothing, testing on animals, entertainment, it covers all of those categories, and because it shows exactly what happens in these industries, the footage is graphic. I have cried every single time that I have watched this movie. If that immediately makes you think, well, then I don't want to watch it because I can't stand watching animals get hurt, then maybe you already know that you should be vegan, because after all, if it's not good enough for your eyes, maybe it's not good enough for your stomach. But let me be clear, nobody enjoys watching this film.
Nobody.
But I still think that you should watch it, and here's why. With modern technology and our current food supply system, we've developed this cognitive dissonance and have been completely misled and misinformed about where our food and other products come from. I mean, most of the people that I talk to have never seen any sort of slaughterhouse footage or footage from farms. All they see is the burger or like chicken pasta or something, and all they think about is that it's food. They don't even associate it with the dead animal that it comes from. It's very easy for someone to think this way, and it's understandable that they would. I mean, after all, we've been conditioned since we were born through our systems and advertising to not even think about where our food comes from. No one is advertising slaughterhouse footage. I didn't see any slaughterhouse footage until it was like high school or college, and it was one clip in one class. And that was after I've already formed habits and thoughts for almost nearly 20 years. So if you're in the same boat here as I was, where you've seen little or no footage about where our food comes from and these other products come from and how we exploit animals on this planet, this is gonna be a real eye-opener for you, and that's why it's on my must-watch list. Also, it's narrated by Joaquin Phoenix, the Joker himself, so that's cool. For animal rights, I think Earthlings is the top choice, but there are other really good ones too, like Dominion and Land of Hope and Glory, and all three of those actually can be found online for the incredible, unbeatable price of free. That's right, you can go find out what's happening to animals on this planet for $0. So I'll link those down below so that way you can go find them later. Before we get to the next category and my recommendations for health documentaries, I want to remind you to like this video if you haven't already. And if you're looking for more information and tips on how to successfully go vegan and stay vegan, then make sure you subscribe to the channel down below and hit the notification bell so that way next week when my new video comes out and I'm yakking about something else vegan, you'll be the first to know. Now for health documentaries. If you're thinking about starting a plant-based diet for health reasons, there are a few must-watch documentaries to get you started and to make sure that you're getting the knowledge that you need to do the diet correctly. The first movie that I would recommend is What the Health. I can't not recommend this movie since it is the entire thing that started this journey for me. After watching this movie, we immediately went shopping and we went plant-based overnight. Now, the reason that I think that this movie would be a good place to start is not only is it jam-packed with a ton of information, but it's entertaining to watch. It follows a guy named Kip Anderson around as he searches for the truth about diets and what the major associations are recommending. And it's just more of a narrative style film, which I think makes it easier to understand the facts and to listen to. Maybe that's just me, but I like the style of the film. Now, when this movie came out, it did cause a bit of controversy and debate, especially about some of the claims that they made in the movie. And as always, I recommend that you do your own research as well, so you can go read the studies that they cite in the movie. There's tons of debates online and rebuttals, so you can go watch that. I did all of that. What I found is overall, the movie is largely backed by the scientific literature. Now, you can find the movie online and buy it on something like Amazon Prime, or you can also watch it for free on Netflix. The next health movie that I would recommend is The Game Changers. This is the newest movie on my list. It just came out last year, and it's another narrative style documentary, so I like that style, but man, this movie is just killer when it comes to talking about certain nutrients like protein and other things, and it's all about if you can not only survive but thrive on a plant-based diet as a normal person and as an athlete. It dives in deep, there's a ton of information, it covers a wide range of topics including things like sexual health and how plant-based diets or animal-based diets would affect you there, and all of the information in this really holds up. I've watched a ton of debates about this movie and looked at the scientific literature, and it's pretty well grounded. So I definitely recommend watching it. It's executively produced by Arnold Schwarzenegger and James Cameron, who make appearances in the film, and Jackie Chan and others. It's a ton of information, but it's also entertaining to watch. Definitely check out The Game Changers. And this one's a little bit older since I think this one was made in 2011, but Forks Over Knives is also really good. It's become a staple type of documentary for vegan health. It focuses on certain diseases and things like cancer, and also a whole food plant-based diet. So I like the focus there, especially if you're trying to make changes for health reasons. So definitely go check that one out as well. All three of those films, What the Health, Game Changers, and Forks Over Knives, can all be found on Netflix and other things like Amazon Prime, and I'll link them down below so you can find them. The next and last category is environment, and I think there's really only one like absolute must-watch film when it comes to the environment and the connection to animal agriculture, and that is Cowspiracy. I mean, there are some other really great ones too that I'll link down below so you can check them out, but ultimately I don't think any of them are quite as all-inclusive as Cowspiracy is. This movie is from the same makers of What the Health, and it's another narrative style documentary. So if you haven't figured out by now, that's what I like. But it follows Kip Anderson, except for this time, instead of him searching for answers to health, he's searching for the answers to the environment and animal agriculture's impact on the environment, and why none of these major associations are talking about this, even though it's the leading cause of destruction. It covers so many different areas. This movie is exploding with information. And it's really like the staple. If you hear a vegan activist talking about the environment and listing off stats, it's in or from this movie. It covers so many different areas. The rainforest deforestation, our water use, our land use. It covers plastic, the greenhouse gases. I mean, it just covers like everything, which is why it is absolutely the must watch if you care about the environment and you're thinking about living a vegan lifestyle. You have to watch this movie. And again, it's on Netflix, so I'll link it down below, or you can find it on Amazon Prime as well. There are plenty of other really good vegan documentaries too, like Eating You Alive, Fooding, Blackfish, and I'll link some of these other ones down below so you can watch those too. But if you just start with the list that I gave you, you're gonna be so well educated on veganism and why people choose a vegan life. In fact, I don't think you'll ever have to ask anybody again why they became vegan. If you watch these movies, it'll be perfectly clear, and in my opinion, that's reason enough to watch these movies, so get to watch it. Again, tell me down below in the comments what your favorite vegan documentary is, if you've seen one, especially if it's not on my list, or if you think I missed one that's a must watch, put it in the comments down below. And again, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way you can keep up with all the future content. And until next time, remember to stop looking at what you can't do and start looking at what you can do. Thanks.